I'm sorry to ask this question almost, but it's something that I think is a little bit important. How do you think it affects the culture of a community of a project when the leader is on that project's public mailing list telling people in response to patch reviews that they should be retroactively aborted?
Right.
And maybe that you're surprised that they're still alive because they should have starved to death when they were children because they were too stupid to find a tit to suck on.
I agree that some people might be put off by that. But on the other hand, you know what, in the end, I don't care, right? I care about technology, and I've actually seen projects that took the whole political correctness so far that the project no longer is about the technology. Wow, we're getting more questions, I think. At some point, we might want to moderate them. So my take, don't get me, I'm very happy to talk about this. It's not a problem for me. My standpoint has always been that, hey, people are different. I'm abrasive. I grew up in a culture that I think is not quite as politically correct as the culture, especially in the US today. I also grew up in a family that was largely dysfunctional. So, people are different, and some people take offense, and some people give offense, and we all have to live together, but the living together is not by finding some lowest common denominator. The living together, and it has actually been fairly successful, is to realize that, hey, unlike your family, you can actually pick your friends, and you can pick the co-workers, and open source is actually really good at that. Better so than many commercial software projects, because in a commercial setting, you're kind of stuck with your boss. In open source, find people you like. Find people you like working with. I work directly with, let's say, 20 people closely and 50 people more or less, right? Every release, there's 1,000 people involved. Find somebody you like better than me. That's fine, right? I'm not willing to be less honest because I know I'm abrasive, right? And quite often the whole, like when I say something like, I wonder how he grew to be an adult when he's so stupid that I don't expect him to find food. Some people might realize that it's kind of hyperbole and jokey.
I'm not saying something bad that, you know, it's not politically correct or whatever, although certainly I would understand if people do say this. It's more about treating other people with respect and maybe saying technical.
You know what? I mean, you can applaud everything you want, but I don't respect people unless I think they deserve the respect. There are people who think that respect is something that should be given. And I happen to be one of the people who am perfectly happy saying, no, respect should be earned. And without being earned, you don't get it, right? It's really that simple. And not everybody agrees, and that's fine too, right? There are people I refuse to work with, right? It cuts both ways, and I realize that, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.